The quiet suburban streets masked the unsettling truth that lurked within the shadows of my seemingly tranquil neighborhood. The facade of normalcy shattered one ominous night when I found myself ensnared in a chilling thriller that unfolded right at my doorstep. It all began with a sense of unease, a feeling that someone was watching, lingering in the periphery of my consciousness. At first, I dismissed it as mere paranoia, the consequence of an overactive imagination fueled by late-night suspense movies. Little did I know that reality was about to unveil a tale far more sinister. The first sign of the impending nightmare was a series of peculiar occurrences. Items went missing, misplaced in subtle ways that only a meticulous observer would notice. A flower pot shifted, a chair subtly rearranged. Attributing it to forgetfulness, I brushed off the uneasy feeling that began to take root in the depths of my psyche. The turning point came on a moonlit night when the silence of the suburban landscape was shattered by a distant rustling. Drowned by an inexplicable force, I peered through the curtains, my eyes meeting those of a shadowy figure lingering in the neighbor's yard. The realization struck like a jolt of electricity. A stranger was infiltrating the sanctity of our homes under the cloak of darkness. Night after night, the ritual repeated itself. The mysterious figure, draped in the obscurity of the night, would approach the neighbor's house with unsettling precision. My curiosity morphed into a gnawing fear as I watched the stranger manipulate the locks, slipping into the residence like a phantom. Unable to shake off the horror unfolding before my eyes, I decided to investigate. Armed with a sense of duty and trepidation, I shadowed the mysterious intruder as they embarked on their nightly escapades. The air was thick with tension as I tiptoed through the nocturnal landscape, my senses heightened by the palpable fear that enveloped the neighborhood. The stranger's motives remained elusive, shrouded in a veil of secrecy that heightened the suspense. I discreetly observed their actions, each night bringing forth a new revelation. They weren't merely stealing or vandalizing. Instead, they lurked within the homes like an unseen specter, leaving behind a chilling aura of violation. As I delved deeper into the enigma, a sinister pattern emerged. The stranger would target different houses each night, leaving no trace of their presence. It became apparent that they were not after material possessions, but something far more elusive: the intimate details of the lives they invaded. The thriller took an even darker turn when I uncovered a trail of cryptic messages strategically placed within the homes. Disturbing notes hinted at an intimate knowledge of the occupants' lives, a twisted game that left the residents tormented and paranoid. It was a psychological labyrinth, and the stranger reveled in the chaos they sowed. Fear tightened its grip on the neighborhood, transforming the once cozy enclave into a claustrophobic maze of suspicion. The eerie silence of the night became a canvas for the stranger's malevolent strokes, each home a chapter in a chilling narrative that seemed to have no resolution. Desperation drove the community to unite in an attempt to unmask the enigmatic stalker. Neighbors huddled in fear, exchanging stories of the nocturnal intruder and devising plans to catch them in the act. The air became charged with a collective dread, and the once friendly faces now bore the weight of shared paranoia. One fateful night, the stranger's presence escalated from psychological torment to a more tangible threat. A resident reported a chilling encounter, waking up to find the shadowy figure standing at the foot of their bed, a malevolent silhouette etched against the dim moonlight. The violation reached a point of no return, and the neighborhood plunged into a state of collective terror. As the suspense escalated, the community's unity evolved into a desperate quest for survival. The once tranquil streets transformed into a battleground of fear and uncertainty. The authorities were alerted, but the elusiveness of the stalker rendered conventional investigations futile. The climax arrived when the neighborhood, driven by a shared sense of dread, organized a nightly patrol. Armed with flashlights and determination, we embarked on a mission to catch the stranger who had cast a pall over our lives. The suspense reached a fever pitch as we combed through the streets, our breaths suspended in the chilly night air. In the eerie quiet, a figure emerged from the shadows, caught in the piercing beam of a flashlight. The moment of revelation was chilling as the neighborhood collectively gasped. A face familiar yet hauntingly unknown. It was one of our own, a neighbor who had seamlessly blended into the fabric of our lives, harboring a secret life of nocturnal intrusion. The thriller reached its resolution. Support the channel, please like and subscribe.